Hello, my name is Michael Abdu, and I'm the account manager at OpenNebula Systems. Today, I'm going to walk you through some of the benefits of the OpenNebula Enterprise offerings and hopefully help highlight some of the key reasons why organizations choose to run OpenNebula at the enterprise level. My job as the account manager is to learn and understand the needs of our enterprise customers and our prospective customers, and really to ensure that what we offer, not only from a software and technology perspective, but also from an enterprise support and service perspective, ultimately meets their needs. So first off, I want to highlight the pedigree that we have in the realm of delivering open source enterprise cloud technology. OpenNebula was really the first open source IaaS solution out on the market. So we at OpenNebula Systems, we've been managing the open source project and delivering cloud management software to the market for over 15 years now. At the same time, we've been offering our expertise and supporting enterprises with professional support and services. And a key factor in our trajectory here has been the close work that we've had with our community of customers and users. Okay, so first off, I'm just going to take a quick review of what we offer from our enterprise subscription. So our OpenNebula Enterprise subscriptions they're multidimensional. They offer various benefits. Firstly, they provide access to the enterprise edition of the software, which is a more hardened and tested version of the software. It also provides access to regularly scheduled maintenance releases with bug fixes and minor enhancements. Provides access to LTS versions, right, to allow you to give you flexibility in your upgrade schedules. And it also provides exclusive enterprise tools and features, some which include recently released backup system, enterprise monitoring with Prometheus and Grafana, and the billing module integration as well. The subscriptions also provide SLA-based enterprise support, okay? And they provide access to the several professional services that we offer, and access to enterprise tools, which help with ongoing maintenance and your administration of your cloud, okay? So we recently published findings from the architecture survey that we published early in February, okay? And we asked for your feedback and opinions related to OpenNebula. One interesting finding was that almost half of the respondents stated that they chose OpenNebula as a replacement solution for an already implemented solution, okay? And of all of those replacements, more than 40% stated that they chose OpenNebula as a replacement technology for VMware. Okay, and there are several factors for this. One of them stems from the recent Broadcom acquisition activity of VMware. Okay, so it's pretty clear that Broadcom's acquisition history does not breed confidence for many of their customers. The president made it very clear back in 2021 at an Investor Day session. He pointed out that VMware is a company where 74% of annual recurring revenue comes from the top 600 accounts, and that's just 0.5% of its total account portfolio. And then he proclaimed a steadfast focus on the needs of these very few, very large customers. So that makes a really clear statement about the attention and focus that the needs of smaller and medium companies will play in the future. So this is an acquisition that's still under a year-long effort to seek legal clearance, and it clearly doesn't inspire much confidence for customers. VMware also really provides or creates an environment of vendor lock-in. So, VMware gets customers committed and locked into purchasing a whole stack of products and licenses, from VMware infrastructure to cloud components like vCloud Director and vRealize. So in stark contrast, OpenNebula is a single packaged software solution. Okay, there's no capital expenses. OpenNebula is fully open source. So there's no licensing cost as there are with proprietary software solutions. From an operating expenses perspective, those are limited to the enterprise subscriptions that we offer. Okay. And when we speak of pricing, OpenNebula subscription pricing is based solely on the number of instances, really the front ends, and the number of compute nodes within a cloud. So there's no need to dig into the number of cores or the number of CPUs. It's simply node count. Okay. So going back to that same architecture survey, after VMware, we saw similar indicators of users migrating away from OpenStack. And honestly, that's long been the case. Many of the folks that I get a chance to speak with, sharing their interest in OpenNebula and current users of OpenStack, they highlight the massive complexity that OpenStack provides as a solution. Okay, so not only that, but again, like VMware, it's a multi-component solution requiring numerous licenses. But with OpenNebula, if you want to build a cloud using your on-premises resources, you want to create a hybrid cloud using public cloud resources or resources at the edge, or you want to manage your container workloads or Kubernetes clusters, it's all encompassed into a single package solution. There's no need for multiple packages or multiple licensing. And from a TCO, a total cost of ownership perspective, not only does this make OpenNebula more appealing, but also the fact that OpenNebula, as an open source solution, it provides you the flexibility to run the versions that you choose to run across your various environments. So OpenNebula does not require a commercial license to be purchased for all of your running environments like OpenStack does with its platform director. Okay, so I'm going to quickly run through some case profiles of companies that use OpenNebula. These are just some of the samples cases that are published on our website that you can check out for more detail. The first one here is Qt. It's an organization that was initially running VMware, but due to the running cost of VMware licensing and the number crunching hardware that they wanted to use in their continuous integration system, they began to search for an open source alternative. They started with OpenStack, but then they soon realized that OpenNebula was much more lightweight than OpenStack. And they've been running OpenNebula for a while now. And it's the backbone of their system that launches over 4 million VMs per year. Okay. Another enterprise customer is Dustin Group, which is a leading online-based IT company and partner in Northern Europe. They have deployed multiple OpenNebula systems across distributed geographic locations. And they look to OpenNebula primarily for its flexibility and its scalability. So through various company acquisitions, OpenNebula provided them a platform that allowed them to easily integrate and scale their enterprise environments, allowing them also to grow and innovate with ease. They're also taking advantage of the Open API to allow for the adoption of services and tools that they can run on top of OpenNebula. Another interesting case is CV, a leading photo and online printing service company with various production sites and offices throughout Europe. So in their search for an open source virtualization and cloud platform, they put both OpenStack and OpenNebula to the test, and they very quickly concluded that OpenNebula was the way to go. Their conclusions were quickly drawn regarding OpenStack's immense complexity and costs, right, both in effort and in capital, right, to deploy and manage and maintain their enterprise solution. And the last one here is EveryMatrix, a global gaming and gambling platform. It's led by a company that sought an open source solution to be run at the enterprise level. They're really a standard case of fully taking advantage of the benefits of open source software. So they started with a POC and a community edition deployment, which quickly gave them the confirmation that they needed. And then they swiftly decided that OpenNebula Enterprise Edition and subscriptions would give them the tools and the support to easily run their business, and ultimately allow them to consolidate their resources and notably improve their resource management and cost efficiency. So let me quickly just run through why organizations are running OpenNebula at the enterprise level. OpenNebula is simple and yet a powerful open source solution, right? So where other solutions require teams of dedicated technicians and administrators, OpenNebula packages enterprise features and capabilities into a solution that can be managed and administered usually by a single admin. And by providing a single control panel to be able to manage your VM workloads and your Kubernetes clusters on your on-premises resources alongside your public cloud and edge resources, it really provides an incredibly potent power and control from a generally easy tool to use. And being a single enterprise product, it's lightweight and it's easy to maintain. OpenNebula also allows you to avoid vendor lock-in. So once you have built your cloud with OpenNebula, you really have the complete flexibility to add new resources based on open source hypervisors or resources of your choice. For example, for VMware users, its integration with vCenter technology provides you with a platform that allows you to easily and gradually migrate to the open cloud. Similarly, with its hybrid and multi-cloud deployment capabilities, one thing to take note is OpenNebula provides really a simple way to deploy your clusters using the same protocol with public cloud providers as well as with your on-premises resources. So you have the complete flexibility to expand your cloud using bare metal resources of public cloud providers. And you'll always have the freedom to choose where your workloads run. So you can easily migrate your active workloads from one resource or resource provider to another. OpenNebula, it's proven and scalable. Hopefully, I think, over the course of these past few days, you will have seen some interesting use cases shared by organizations that have been using OpenNebula to support their businesses. And what shouldn't be ignored is the fact that OpenNebula has been at the center of the enterprise cloud market, evolving with the needs of customers for long over a decade. And when you look at the enterprise offerings and the TCO savings, as I covered earlier, our pricing model is nothing short of simple, honest, and fair. Right? So OpenNebula is 100% open source, meaning that organizations can try it out, operate a fully functional OpenNebula cloud free of charge for as long as they need. And for enterprise customers, interested enterprise customers, OpenNebula provides subscription options, right, managed services, and professional services if needed. As I said before, companies have the flexibility to decide which environments to cover with their subscription, which ultimately may result in substantial cost savings, since not all of your environments necessarily require full support. Okay, so at this point, I simply hope that you've gotten a good look at what OpenNebula has to offer at the enterprise level, and understand that our long-held expertise and our dedication to our customers and our users really are tools that add value to your portfolio that you may not get from other software providers. If you'd like to learn more about our enterprise offerings, be sure to check out our website. You can also request a demo or even try an OpenNebula hosted environment. You can also reach out to me directly if you'd like to consult at my email address, mabdu@opennebula.io. I'd be very glad to help. Okay. So I want to personally thank our sponsors, Linbit and StorePool, and the companies participating throughout this week's event. And for those of you that are new to OpenNebula, don't forget to check out our website. We have our latest version of OpenNebula 6.6 out there. We would certainly look forward to your feedback. All right, so that's it. Thank you very much.